Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the reissue 4-pack of the, what's it called? Decepticon Phantom Strike Squadron, which is basically Skywarp and three mini weapon are they weapon masters? I think they're weapon masters. Which basically are just there to bump up his price and, you know, make him more exclusive. Because, yeah, they did that with this. But yeah, they reissued this recently, and I really like this mold, and I wanted the proper Skywarp, even though I already had Hot Link. But, yeah, I just really enjoy this mold, and I wanted it. And it was there, so I bought it. But here we have the box. We have some images here of Skywarp shooting these weapon master guys. He's got his little pterodactyl guy there flying next to him. We got that siege artwork on this side. We get just the name of the pack there. We got our legal jargon. We got our logos, Decepticon symbol, and then we have our product shots. And I feel like the paint's a little more vibrant in this picture. Yeah, that purple stands out a lot more in the picture. But anyway, we have Skywarp, we have Shroot, Decepticon, Fracas, and Pterodactyl. That's an amazing name. But yeah, there is the box. And we have our lovely instruction booklet. Come on. Come here. There. There is that. And he does come with his weapon masters, and they each get some blast effects. Let me make sure. Oh, I accidentally threw the instructions too far. So I want to make sure I address these guys by their proper names. Let's see. I believe this one is this one is Decepticon Fracas, and all the these blast effects, you know, they fit on either gun. I just, you know, decided to put them like this. So you get two of these little orange ones, and both the gun weapon masters are double-barreled. Then you get these two like little electrical blue pieces, which I put on Shroot. And then you do get the impact effect for Pterodactyl. So there's that, and that just tabs on to these axe blade wings. But yeah, as you can see, we do have blast compatibility, and now we're going to put those to the side forever so they don't melt the plastic. But to transform our little weapon masters, and I do think everything came packed in robot mode. I don't remember, but yeah, since these aren't exactly new, I'm not too terribly worried about it. But to transform, see, what is it, Shroot? We are going to untab his arms from his hips, untab his feet, and bring his legs down, and then his waist also is on a hinge, and we'll come back. Then we just fold that gun barrel back, and you can separate his legs. So there's that. For Pterodactyl, we just want to flip this handle in, and that will bring out the dinosaur pterodactyl head. I know the difference, don't at me. Then we want to fold up the handle, and then we can flip out his little dino feetsies. So there is that. And I actually do like the look of that guy. I didn't have any version of that before, so I'm actually happy to have one of those on hand. And then for, what is it, Fracas here, we just want to do the same, unpeg the arms from the hips, bring the legs and the waist down and around, and then fold the gun barrel back, and that's split the legs, and there we have him in his robot mode. And of course these all can be held by the robot in his robot mode. But now that we've gotten the riffraff out of the way, just toss those off to the side. Here we have Skywarp, and he does have the siege battle damage paint, which I'm not a huge fan of on this particular mold. That sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Personally, I don't like the way it looks. Just this is one of those times where I just don't like it. But there is him, and a couple of quick size comparisons. Here he is next to Revenge of the Fallen Starscream, and next to Netflix Soundwave, just for some comparisons. But again, we have seen this mold before, so I'm going to stop beating around the bush and we'll move on to transformation. So we are going to take those guns out from under the wings, and we are going to sort of pop them loose from the arms. Oh, right, we probably should untab this part first. I'm pretty sure that locks it. And there we go. Just bring those up, and that didn't actually untab from the arm. There we go. Bring those back, and bring these shoulder pieces back, untab them from the legs. And we are going to bring the legs down like so. We come here to the arms again, and we want to open them up like so. Flip out the fist, and then we are going to extend this arm joint here out like so. Close that arm back up, just orient that forward, open this up, flip out that hand, extend the arm joint, close that up, orient it forward. Gonna come back here and split the nose cone. Being really stiff. Jeez. There we go. Jeez. And then we're going to bring this whole section back on this double hinge right here. Fold these up to create those intakes. And we're going to fold the chest down, and that'll bring his head up. Or at least it's supposed to bring it up. There we go. Then bring his legs all the way down and just angle this so that we have enough room to rotate his waist. There we go. Bring it facing forward, and then we are going to plug his whole back in. These two tabs here will go into these slots on the nose cone, like so. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Then you can flatten his wings out, and then you take these thrusters, bring them down, and this little tab will go into this little slot here, like so. Then we want to expand his feet by bringing out the heels and the toes. And last little thing is we want to take this panel behind his head and flip it down. Actually, that's supposed to tab in between the nose cones, so I was supposed to do that earlier. It's been a little while since I transformed this mold back into robot mode. But yeah, these little tabs on the sides will go, I believe, into these little grooves right here. So yep, there we go. And that way his backpack's a little bit more secure, and we also have less of a glaring hole in his back. And then we can just take these and plug them onto his forearms, because for some reason this mold has really loose shoulders on every single version. And there we have Skywarp in his robot mode. Hooray! And of course you do have all the glass compatible ports like you would on the other versions. You can put them on his null rays if you want to do that, or something I like to do is put them in his feet / thrusters, so you can give him some flight action. And you also have these thrusters on his back if you so choose to use those as well. Let's see, so there's that. We will talk about articulation very quickly. So we do have up and down at the shoulder. We do get 360. We do get a elbow swivel. We do get a full elbow bend due to the double joint. We do get sort of some wrist movement. I do believe they're on a swivel. Yes, they are on a swivel. So there's that. The wings you can fold back and forth. You do also get a hinge to sort of angle them if you want to pose them up a little bit, which is nice. We do get a waist swivel. It doesn't go 360 due to the backpack collision, but we get plenty of motion. You do get butterfly shoulder joints. You can kick that far forward. You can kick about that far back before collision. You get a full knee bend due to that transformation. So you can definitely get some good poses there. You do get forward and back on the thrusters, which is just neat. I don't think there was actually any specific need for that, so I'm really glad they put that in. And then of course you get your bit of ankle tilt. And then of course you can pose these a little bit with those joints on the feet as well. You do get thigh swivel, and I think, and his head is on a very nice ball joint. And you do actually get some decent light piping. I don't know how well that's showing up, but it actually does work decently well. But there we have Skywarp. It's articulation. And just for a couple of quick poses, here is the reissue thrust I picked up today, just so you can see him next to another Seeker. Here he is with his sort of doppelganger of Hotlink. And here he is with a Cybertronian Megatron, being the Gamer Edition. So yeah, there is all of that. But yeah, again, I really just wanted this Skywarp because I really like the mold. And, I don't think I regret buying it, but yeah, I definitely still think Hotlink looks better as far as the overall paint job and stuff. This is definitely one of those times where I think the battle damage does not do it any favors, especially considering like just how much of it is, just kind of slopped on there. A little bit here and there, I think, goes a long way, and they tend to just overdo it a lot. But yeah, it is what it is. Overall, still happy to have the figure. I think pretty much the only version of this mold I don't have at this point is the Sparkless Seeker, but I don't really have too much interest in getting that, especially with the aftermarket prices. So, but overall, if you enjoy this mold and don't have him, or maybe you actually want to get the little Weapon Master guys, this isn't a bad 4-pack to pick up. It is a little pricey in my opinion, but honestly, considering how expensive Voyagers are going for starting this year, it's not that bad. Because it was like, I think it was like $50, and Voyagers are already up to 43. So, yeah, might as well get your money in where you can. But yeah, overall, I think that's all I really have to say. So this is my review of the reissue Decepticon Phantom Strike 4-pack, aka Skywarp and 3 things I didn't need. And this is Old Bram 13 saying transform and soul out.